Okay, Crow Wicked Prayer. I now pronounce you Devil and his Shorty. The Crow Wicked Prayer stars Edward Furlong, Danny Trejo, Tara Reid, David Boreanaz, and is directed by Lance Mungia. Okay, as you guys know, I did the first 3 Crow movies, and in my last Crow review, at the end of it, I said I will not be reviewing the Crow Wicked Prayer because it is pure shit, I think is the word I said, or the phrase. But here we are. I'm reviewing the Crow Wicked Prayer. Thanks to my good buddy, Zack versus the Blu-ray Mountain. He actually sent me a message and he said, hey, I think you need to review this. It's that bad, and if a movie is that bad, then it deserves a review. And I thought about that and I said, you know what? You're right, Zack. I do need to review this movie. We thought, hey, why don't we both do a review and we'll release it at the same time. And I did this previously with Brian Lomax and CP from Will I Like It Reviews and the Bearded Movie Guy for Manhunter. So now I'm doing it again with my good buddy Zack versus the Blu-ray Mountain for the Crow Wicked Prayer. So as soon as this video dropped, his video dropped too. So I'll put a link to his review below. And we agreed we're gonna go into this with an open mind. We're both gonna watch the movie. So that way we can take it on with some fresh eyes, and if it deserves to be ripped apart, then I'm gonna rip it apart. But if I find something good about it, I'll tell you. And no, I didn't find anything good about it. But it is funny. It's a funny watch, I will say that. First off, let's talk about the plot. Edward Furlong plays Jimmy Cuervo, and his girlfriend Lily are together, and he has a troubled past, so Lily's parents do not like Jimmy Cuervo at all. Now this is a mining town. It sits on an Indian reservation, and the Indians want to put in a new casino. That's kind of the gist of what's going on in this, and I guess there's this big feud. And so David Boreanaz, who plays Death, his clan of pestilence, famine, war, and who knows what else, they want to get revenge on the Indians because of their casino. Who cares? The plot is really just stupid in this movie. It really is. And I had to strain my brain to try to understand what the hell was going on because a lot of it doesn't really make sense. Now, like I said, I put some fresh eyes on this movie, so I'm gonna try to tell you one thing that might be good about this. And the only thing I can think of is that it is unintentionally hilarious. That's it. Now let's go ahead and talk about the cons. And boy, are there a lot of cons. Really, if you take filmmaking and you break it down into, you know, all these little partitions, I guess you could say, and usually every movie, if you have 5 partitions, you know, you got acting, you got production design, you got score, and you know, 2 other things. Usually 2 of the 5 things at least are good in even bad movies. Not in the Crow Wicked Prayer. I couldn't find one aspect of this movie that was done well. The action scenes, the choreography is the worst choreography I've ever seen in a movie. Seriously. There are scenes where it looks like a hand is about a foot away from a face. There are scenes where you will hear punches, but you won't see anything. It's really, really bad choreography, just all around. Lazy filmmaking.
Do you have any respect for the dead?
You know what, kid?
Also, the acting in this movie. Now, you have some capable actors here. You got David Boreanaz, you got Tara Reid. Now, I'm not saying Tara Reid is Meryl Streep or anything, but I'm just saying she can act. I mean, she was an urban legend, I guess, and she could act in that. But every actor in this movie just did not bring their A game. You could tell that they didn't really care about this project. They were collecting a check. It seems like the script in this movie, which is also atrocious, it's trying to be way too poetic. And so a lot of these lines are really hard to pull off even by the most capable actor. I give you Dennis Hopper.
Don't undercut me, Shorty. You stole the keys to Daddy's car, but you can't handle the horsepower.
I mean, Dennis Hopper is a legendary actor, and some of the lines that they gave him to say are just so laughable. Like how this script got through the cutting room floor.
I now pronounce you devil and his shorty
Is beyond me. It really is. By far, I think the worst thing of this movie is Edward Furlong. I mean, Edward Furlong is just terribly miscast in this role. There are scenes where he's just walking down the street and he seems like he's trying to walk like he's, you know, I guess gothic and cool, but it comes across completely laughable. He really feels like he's out of his element in this role. I think this movie really does fit in that so bad it's good. Like if you are watching this with a group of friends and you're drinking, you might have a blast with this movie. Especially during the scene with the satanic wedding and with Dennis Hopper, the lines that he has. That whole scene is just preposterous, completely silly. Guys, where do we go from here? I could go on and on and on and on about how bad this movie is. It's really, really horrible. I think this is the first time I've actually watched the whole thing all the way through, and I was hoping that it would maybe get better in the third act, because I don't think I made it to the third act the last time, but no, it got worse. It's just really, really bad. And I know I've used the word bad and atrocious and preposterous, and you know, I think I've ran out of synonyms by now, so I'm just gonna cut the review short here and tell you that this is a looped in hell. Congratulations, we actually have a looped in hell, and I haven't had one in I think over a year. So yeah, this is awesome. So anyway guys, what are your thoughts on The Crow Wicked Prayer? Looking forward to hearing them. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd, and Drumdum out.